Good morning. How's it going, everybody? Oh, yeah, I've got coffee. Dave in Kentucky. We're going to get a shave here. A few things to talk about. Have a razor on loan to me again from Henry HD Shaves. He had loaned me it's a 2-3 gap WR3. Takes a gem style blade. It's a Wolfman. And it was a prototype, but it's what they... I'm losing my brain here. The specifications are all the same as the ones they produce, except for the gap. You choose the gap you want, but it's what they went with, I guess is what I'm trying to get across. And I can't think of the right terminology, so that's the way I'll explain it. Anyway, I put my handle on it. I've got a WRH2, and there is the gem style blade. Already got a stainless steel gem blade in there. We are using Mûir wood by Barrister and Mann. I love his omnibus base, and this is a great scent. It's what they show on the side. I love it when makers put that on the side for you too. Blackberry, vetiver, damp air, balsam fir, oak moss. This is really a scent that's growing on me. I've not used it a lot, but I think what I like about it is I've got some scents that have like a blackberry. One in particular, I think I do have. What is that one by Lakewood Soaps? Is it Smokeberry? I think it's blackberry as well. It's heavier on it's blackberry and just slightly the smoke. This one, you get the blackberry, but it's muted with these other notes of the vetiver, damp air, balsam fir, oak moss. So it's not overly sweet, but it's there. I couldn't figure out what I was getting, but I was like, yeah, that's the blackberry. And the other stuff blended so well. But anyway, have that and the matching splash. So I'll spend a lot of time on that. I had another video where I discussed the name and what I found and some research on it. It's an older video if you want to check it out. The brush we're using today. Soaking, it's a 28mm Paladin Chief and the Faux Ivory. And you probably, even with the extra light I put there, you're not going to pick up the striations of the, it just looks white on the camera, I think, and we'll see. Let's get the load in here, because we'll discuss something. Let me get that dumped out. Shake the water out of that. Do not need, where are we at? 3 minutes. Start loading some soap here. You do not need, let me get a touch of water to pick up some. Do not need a lot of this soap. And I don't think you can kill it with water. I mean, you might be able to. You can really try, but it's going to take great effort. Love this base, though. So there you go. Not even, right at 30 seconds or so. I had stopped for a moment, so not a full 30-second load. And I didn't make a mess in the tub. I'll show you. Didn't really get any water in the tub. I was just getting this underwater, hitting this, trying to go around the threads, try and clean those up. Okay. So the wife and I are car shopping, and we haven't done it in a long time. A hot minute, as the young people say. Got rid of our Highlander already. We've got that thing with 17,000 miles on it. It's an 07, we've got an 09. Got rid of it now with 260,000 on it. Yeah, we wore it out. So I haven't shot in 15 years. And I wasn't really looking then. But it was a deal we came across we couldn't pass up, and it was just a great car. Well, the price of Highlanders nowadays is just crazy. The price of everything is crazy, but you all know that. But, you know, during the shortages on vehicles from the pandemic, chip shortages, whatever. I mean, I'd see it in the news. Apparently, people were way overpaying for cars because they were in short supply and demand on them. And so, you know, dealers were just taking MSRP, adding a dealer adjustment fee of like $5,000 or more, whatever, because they could. Because, hey, it's hard to find. This is what we're charging, and people were paying it. Well, now I'm looking, and you've got things that are in the used market that are just priced ridiculous because of what they sold for. And you can practically buy new cheaper. I mean, you can, in a sense, but then you get it. You know, I'm just getting to be an old fart. When I was younger, I enjoyed that hunting the great deal and working the salesman over and getting the great deal. I don't want that anymore. Just want to get a car. Needless to say, it's been stressful. Trying to figure out what we want to do. And I do want another Toyota, both of us do. Just trying to settle on a model. You know, finding a good priced used Highlander that'll suit us, or do we do RAV4, either used or new, or, you know, I drove a friend's the other day, and I was reading stuff about it being noisy, and it was. This was a hybrid all-wheel drive RAV4. And I told my wife, I said, some of that noise, it's the electric motor. Like when you're slowing down, you can hear it and stuff. But then even the road noise, you know, the noise you're picking up in the wheel wells. You know, side roads here in Kentucky. So I was like, I don't know, do we want a Camry instead? My wife's gotten used to sitting higher in that Highlander. And let me get a rinse. She's gotten used to that. I'm sure I'm more comfortable. Most women are. My older brother told me, he said, once you put a woman in an SUV, they don't want to go back to a sedan again. It's not a control thing. It's just when you're in that vantage point and able to see and feel in control of so it is a control thing. You can see what you're doing and everything and feel more comfortable and confident, I would say. Anyway. And I think there's some truth to that. It's a lot easier on my bones getting in and out of something a little higher. But I think that the Camry would be quieter. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you driving? Especially those of you that are Toyota fans like me. I've had a couple Corollas when we were younger, and then this Highlander for forever, it seems like. And I'm not sold on hybrids, honestly. I don't mind them. But I guess I'm old school. I mean, who doesn't like a nice car? But it's just something to get me from point A to point B. And basic is fine with me. It's less, I've always thought it's just less things to go wrong. More bells and whistles and more things that go wrong, because in the rurals, you put a lot of miles on a vehicle and wear on one because of that. So all those nice things are nice, but it's just more things to go wrong and have to deal with too, even if it's under warranty. So we're all over the map looking at stuff. We decide one thing, then we change our mind. And it's like, and this, we haven't even been to the dealer yet. We're trying to make sure we're informed and have an idea of what we're wanting before we even go there. But I guess we just need to go and drive some things. Rants. Give me your thoughts. Where are we at here? 11 minutes, okay. All right, so I appreciate everybody that gave me their clue that they were wanting to be in on the Razor Company gift certificate. And the winner was, who was it? Paul Douglas. So Paul, you are the winner of the Razor Company gift certificate, $25. If you will get in touch with me, he's a member over on DFS, so he can message me over there, and I will get him the code, and you can use it, because I've had it for a while and kept forgetting to do it, do the giveaway. So we don't want it expiring. I don't know if it's got an expiration. I really didn't read it. I just knew immediately I was going to give it away when I got it. So Paul, get in touch with me. Okay, thoughts on the Razor. Came in, must have been Friday, because I used it yesterday, and I actually used the exact same setup I used yesterday in this video. So my thoughts on it. If all I had was this 2-3 gap, that'd be fine. As you can see, it's comfortable, easy to wield, and it does get the job done. I can get BBS with it. It doesn't necessarily last as long as I'd like, which I've had happen with razors. I know it doesn't make sense if you have BBS that it should be it, right? But those that know that you will get different longevity of shaves from razors. You might feel the same when you're done. How long it lasts can be different. Yes, it's a thing. So I'm thinking that I don't need much more, but maybe a little bit more I'd be happy with. I'm trying to, the reason I was borrowing this is, let me get a quick rinse. I've been on the wait list, I think for almost 2 months now, for a Wolfman. Now, when they notify you, you don't have to follow through, but I'd like to follow through and get one. And I think I'm on a WR3 because from what I understand, they're going to be either dropping it. I don't think they're dropping it. I think they're revamping it and doing something different. And I imagine it's because they're going to make the head smaller somehow to accept that gem blade. I don't have a problem with the head. I actually think it's kind of cool. It's grown on me. And so I think I'm going to go with a 0.4. I was thinking 0.5, but I think a 0.4 would be fine. And I like the look of the open comb. I wanted to get that ordered before they go and change it because I kind of like the look of this. So, but I'm sure James has had a lot of feedback, and maybe he's, been thinking what he can do, and he's come up with an option. Oh man, that splash smells good too. So maybe he's come up with an idea. Atelier Dordan, they've got one where the back of the blade sticks through, and so it's very narrower, and that just sticks through like ears on it. And so maybe he's come up with something like that. I don't know, but I like this, and I think I'd like to get one. So I was trying to narrow in on the gap, and thank you, Henry, for loaning me this again. I'll get this back to you here this week at some point. Maybe later in the week. I might try it a couple more times, but I've already found out what I needed to find out, and I appreciate you sharing it with me so I could do that. So there you have it. Mûir wood from Barrister and Mann. Omnibus base is killer. I've got several scents now in that because I like it, and that everything he's producing is now in the omnibus. So that, and let's clean this up real quick. You got a minute, right? Hang around. I love this 28mm Chief. I like flashy, fancy kind of handles and things, but you gotta have some classic ones too, and that's what this Faux Ivory is. And as most things, it looks much better in person if you saw it. It's a beautiful knot. And I'm an idiot when it comes to these things, but this is supposedly from I got it from Buy Sell Trade when I got it, and it's from the early knots. They're supposed to be better or something from the era of this one, but it's an exceptional knot. Glad to have this Chief. And Alex, thank you if you see the video. Don't think he watches mine, but if he does, anyway. That's it. We're out of here. Thanks for hanging around. Mr. Douglas, get in touch with me. David, Kentucky. Be kind. Be safe out there. We'll see you on the forum.